Today there are important developments from the Pokrovsk direction. Here, Russian forces are attempting to mount attacks from Pokrovsk to wear down the Ukrainian defenders in the next settlements. However, the Ukrainian command unexpectedly deployed Brazilian volunteers to push the Russians back in an intense counterattack, which shocked the enemy. Currently, the Russians are focused on taking control of the surrounding area of Pokrovsk and Myrnohrad, having already captured the towns. This will ensure a safer accumulation of troops in the towns for the Russians if they manage to push the Ukrainians further back, especially Ukrainian drone operators. The Russians have already begun moving artillery to the southern outskirts of the town, indicating that this area is now out of the range of standard Ukrainian drones. Additionally, the Russians created a kill zone within a 20-kilometer radius of the center of Myrnohrad and are targeting anything that moves, which complicates Ukrainian activity in the area. Through this, the Russians have accomplished their primary objective of cutting off this route by bringing it under fire control, which means that logistics to Kherson are significantly disrupted, leaving the defending units reliant on drone-dropped supplies. By taking Kherson under control, they could cut the logistics going into the northern outskirts of Myrnohrad and Rodanska, where Ukrainian defenders still hold positions despite fierce battles. As a result, Russian infiltrations are increasingly being detected in the Novolexandrivka area west of the village, showing that Russians occasionally slip through the Ukrainian defenses. The Russian plan is to advance from Kherson to Shelivka and beyond, following the highway to Pavlohrad. The Ukrainians must prevent the full capture of Kherson, because if the Russians break through, they could expand and destabilize the wider Pokrovsk axis by using it as a stepping stone to assault westward. Intense fighting is already underway around the village, and geolocated footage from the area shows how Ukrainian drone operators are stopping the Russians by constantly monitoring the village and striking them to reduce their manpower and deny them a stable foothold. On one occasion, 2 Russians attempted to shoot down the incoming FPV drones unsuccessfully, resulting in the death of one of them, while the other tried to hide in a destroyed building without success. However, drone attrition isn't always sufficient to clear entrenched positions, and the Ukrainian command decided to deploy a Leopard tank, which engaged a group of Russians on the outskirts of Kherson. The Russians were attempting to enter the settlement from the direction of Pokrovsk when they were spotted by a Ukrainian drone, so the Leopard tank advanced to a close firing position and used its main gun to open fire. During the operation, a Russian FPV drone was deployed against the tank and managed to strike it, showing the danger that Ukrainians must face because of the high enemy drone activity. Despite the hit, the crew completed their mission and withdrew successfully, and after the tank raid, 2 Ukrainian soldiers moved in and cleared a house where the remaining Russian troops had taken cover. One Ukrainian soldier provided cover with automatic fire into the building, while the other threw grenades. To minimize any risk, the Ukrainian command ordered a retreat, after which a heavy bomber drone dropped a shell at the enemy's position, successfully destroying it. To counter any further Russian attempts near Kherson and clear any potential survivors, Brazilian soldiers were deployed to support the operations of the Ukrainian forces, with the task of clearing positions and reinforcing the counteroffensive momentum. Geolocated footage captured by a drone shows how Brazilian soldiers are clearing a church and houses inside the settlement. They are using explosives to blow the entrance of the building and sustain small arms fire to suppress Russian positions. This tactic is based on their previous military experience from their native country and is used to cause injuries and chaos before entering the buildings, reducing the defenders' ability to resist. At the same time, the footage also showed how the Brazilians operated in small groups to shorten their exposure and avoid Russian drone strikes. Overall, the deployment of Brazilians plays an important role in preventing a Russian breakthrough west of Pokrovsk by helping the Ukrainian forces to clear and hold Kherson, a critical gateway to the next settlements. Their skill and integration into assault units have disrupted Russian plans, leaving attacking enemy forces in shock. These clearing operations are slowing momentum while securing positions vital to the defense of the front line in the area and giving more time to the Ukrainians to prepare. If you would like to explore other key developments today that we couldn't cover in this video, make sure to visit our interactive news map. The link to our interactive map is in the description below. Thank you for watching this update, and a special thanks to everyone already following our interactive map.